all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
And think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches have given him, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
Throwing on 2nd down, Jones. And his throw here's incomplete. Kenny Golladay, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
Now Jones, off play action. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And he fields it cleanly. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Run.
A 1st down throw for Mayfield. He gets it to Thomas. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 13 yards there at a Washington first. And that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Hey,
Here's Mayfield. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. But let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works, sometimes they're ready for you, and that time they were on guard. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Sly able to put this one through. Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Cooper will come in motion right. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Operating from the gun. Jones going for the deep ball. He's got a man complete. That all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Gano the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield to the right side and complete to Thomas. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the 1st half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
He's got a man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They give him a gain of 38.
As a general manager, you're counting on your 1st and 2nd round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. 5 yards remain on second down.
Hey, alert 33. Run. Hurry. Let's go.
Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stuff. Mayfield to throw it. Able to connect with Dotson. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on third down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. And the Giants are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you can describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
Flush to his right, and he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, 75 yards. And the Giants come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point try good by Gano. And that will make this a 4-point game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Mayfield now. And that is incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll run for it with Robinson. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Hey, I'm 133.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. That's out to the flat for Gibson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, here's Gibson. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
King. Regular.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Mayfield on 1st down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 31 yards. And the Commanders have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the 3rd quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games games, right, where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there. Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Throwing Jones. Looking deep downfield. And this is caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain him.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. That's out wide here for Robinson. Finding space at the 40. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Hey, along the line! Along the line! Hurry, hurry!
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Open man is Samuel, complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. To throw, Mayfield. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
I love the drive they're working on here, because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. He's got Gibson on the out route. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get on. Back now at FedEx Field. The offense on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. In motion, the tight end. 3rd and short yardage. Mayfield out left to Dotson. And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Hey, alert!
Now they send a man in motion right. Johnson is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
King!
Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Johnson again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. The 2nd down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now receiver in motion left. Now they send a man in motion right. Gibson. And Gibson looking for some kind of opening, but he has none. They rally up to stop him short of the marker. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. They'll go. It's Gibson. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Giants defense able to come up with a goal line stand. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting 1st downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. A 1st down carry for Barkley. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. 2nd down, here's Barkley again. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now Jones. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Gano's kick is good, and that'll make this a 7-point game. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind and try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, alert, alert, alert! Real. Point it right. Hurry!
Mayfield looks to throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, alert 33! Run. Hurry!
Throwing, Mayfield. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Five in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd.
Alert! King!
Now Mayfield. Finding Samuel. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on 3rd down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. A give up the middle to Gibson. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 10 yards there, good for a Washington 1st down.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Hey, alert! Let's go!
Mayfield. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Mayfield. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Hey, alert 33! Hurry!
Mayfield to throw. This pass hauled in by Dotson. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
King!
Here's Baker. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Mayfield. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. And the Giants have just about sewn up this football game. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given. And it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up second down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Here's Jones to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to track for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Jones. And this one is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. This is taken around the 12. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him to completion.
Hey, one left, one left. Hey, we're 33.
And he'll send the tight end in motion here. Here's Mayfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had, because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
Mayfield to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Shaquill Griffin with a pick, and the Giants are going to take possession of the football. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation.